Hi, my name is Abraham Pedraza, and together with my partner Sergio Ramos, we're going to be explaining the topic of counting techniques and probabilities. So, first, let me explain you what is a probability. So, according to the dictionary, a probability is the chance of an event to happen in a specific in a specific context. So, probabilities can be expressed in different ways. Either it can be a fraction, a percentage, or a number. For example, in a percentage it could be like 50%. In a fraction it could be one half, one quarter, or any fraction you can imagine. And a number that could be like 0.25 or 0.50 or 1.25, either ways. So to explain probabilities and to understand them, you need to know very specific contexts, such as random experiments or sample space or an event. So I'm gonna be you guys explaining you guys what this is. So for example, a sample space is the set of all the possible outcomes. So it's something similar like a range. So it's gonna be like the space that you're gonna have to have all your possible answers. So if you throw a dice, your sample space would be all the possible numbers that you can like obtain from dice. Also, we have a random experiment, which is a process for which the outcome cannot be predicted or with certainty. So this is very easy, which is just the name of the experiment, and an event, which is a set of outcomes. So, for example, if I throw a dice and I obtain 6, the event is 1 over 6. And we can also for example, another definition you guys need to know is the frequentist probability. It's an empirical probability defined as the relative frequency of an event divided in a large number of trials. So I'll give you guys an example so you can understand. So what is the probability of having a light color ice in Mexico? So the no you if you guys had the statistics, you could see like which is the which is the probability of getting blue eyes or color eyes. So for example, if you have a sample of your sample space, if you gather 10 people, and for example, five out of them they have brown eyes, three have green eyes, and and two have blue eyes. So your sample space will be the ten people. And the event, if you pick up a guy and this one comes to be a blue color eye person, that will be your event. So let me. Oh, and you can also be this the probabilities can be like from something very easy like throwing dice to something super not hard, but uh difficult to understand and to get, because you have like a lot of variables. So for example, you you need to know if you have a problem, to know which to identify, I'm sorry, if it's a mutual exclusive event or an independent event. So I'm gonna give you guys the laws like to that you guys need to know to apply to these problems. So the first one is the addition law. So you're gonna take like you're gonna put P over A, that is one event, and a union, and B, that is another event, and close parentheses. So if there are mutually exclusive events, you're gonna add those probabilities, and if they're independent events, you're gonna multiply them. And that is all probabilities. So in the next part of the video, my partner is gonna be telling you the counting techniques. Thank you.
Hi, I will present combination and permutation. Where is it? When you have a set of things and we want to arrange them in some space, we will use the permutation. When the order matters, uh, is when we use this thing that is called permutation, when the order matters. And when the order doesn't matter too much, we use the combination. So in a moment, I will explain some examples. So here we are in the examples, but first, when you use the formula of permutation and combination, in your right side, you put the spaces or rows that you have in the problem, and in your left, you use the number of items you have or things. So we have the first problem. How many 6-digit telephone numbers can be formed if each number ends with 35 and no digit appears more than once? Okay, so in a telephone number are is the 10 digits. So if we use 2, that is the digit 3 and the digit 5, we have 8. So we use the law of permutation. We have 8 in the left side, that is the number of items. So in this case is the number of the digits, and 4. In the second problem is in how many ways we can make a number of 6 digits that starts with 4 or 5 and no number is repeated. So if we have the digit 4 and the digit 5 in the 6 digits, we use one of the 10 digits of a number. So we use the permutation number. We have 9 items, 9 digits in this case, and 5 in the other hand in the right. And the third problem is a club has 20 members that plays tennis. In how many ways they can make a team of 4 to take a competition? Okay, we have 20 members that play tennis, so that is our number of items. In this case, there are 20 members, and 4 because we have 4 ways to make a team. Where in this case the order doesn't matter, so we use the law of combination, and we have the result of our 3 problems.